This is a 2008 Chevrolet HHR that has A-arm bushings bad. We're going to put these bushings in the A-arm. Let's get in. Got the wheel off. Let's see. The A-arm's kind of small. Well, it goes back under the car there. Look at the mud. This thing was pulled out of a swamp. She got stuck in a swamp. That's when we noticed that the A-arm's about to fall off of it. So there's where the dog bone goes there. And then we've got another big oval bushing that goes in the frame in the back. We're going to get some line. Alright, we've got the dog bone bolts out. We've got the lower control arm through bolt out. Now we gotta get out is the big bushing bolt in the back. We should have this A-arm out of here. Now that we got 75 pounds of cow poop scraped off of this thing, it was buried in a swamp. We've got this bushing. You can see that it's bad, but our dog bone is perfect. It's not got any play in it at all. And the lower ball joint's perfect. No play. I was going to order this whole control arm, but it's so easy to get out, there was no point in it really. Matt's getting the press ready, and we're going to have to press this sleeve out. Middle part's coming right out of there. See, it's been pretty mangled. We'll get set up and we'll come. We're using this smaller socket. We're not worried about pressing the center out of it, but hopefully there's enough of that rubber left to bite and press that socket out of there. It's missing. I think it's just going to press the rubber. Yeah, it's just pressing the rubber out. So we got to come up with something different. Alright, Matt's got it set up with an 1 3/4 socket just to catch that ring. It's really the only socket we got close, so we'll have to see how that's going to do. He's going to put some pressure on it and try to push that ring through there. Is it moving? Yeah, it's moving one side. Hang on, it's going sideways. Whoa, 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 whoa. We had to apply heat to this outside edge of this aluminium and then take it to the press. And we actually used one of our brake press cups to press the disc out. Now we're ready to put this piece back in. The roller skate, I call it. I don't know what you call it. That's going to put a little
butter on
persuader on it. And then we're going to put her back to the press. I guess we need one that's bigger. See if this fits tight against that. Yeah, that should do it. We can't use the brake press because we got that rubber place on it. We'll get set up and we'll come back. Okay, we've got the 1 3/4 socket on it. And we're getting ready to try to press it on down in there using the press. And this is just a cheap Harbor Freight press.
12-10.
Does most of what we need it to do. Uh-oh. Nope. Trying to go side.
Okay, stop.
We use this 1 3/4 socket. Matt's got it pressed all the way in. It's centered. And it's pretty simple if you want to do this yourself, but you'll have to have access to a press. I don't think you can do it yourself without a press. You can also buy these control irons for about $100 off Amazon with all the bushings in them already. But we didn't have that luxury. We needed it today, and that was just about $10 for that bushing. The dog bone is, I think it's like $16. And then the, what's that one there?
Ball joint?
Lower ball joint, replacement for it. I can't believe I couldn't remember what it was. Replacement for it is $50. So $99 for the whole arm with all the bushings pressed in is well worth it, rather than doing what we did and trying to just replace it. But of course we only needed one, so it was an easy job. We're going to slap this back on. That's trying to get it back in between the frame. I'll try to put it on. Will it work on the ball joint first or no?
You gotta slide it in back first.
Okay. There it went. Probably need to put that bolt in first. Oh God, I just smeared mud all over my forehead. Let's get this moved around here, then we'll come back. There may be some cussing going on. It's got this big nasty frame bolt in here. And he had to use a centering punch to get the bushing pulled in there far enough, but it went in fairly easily. Now we've got to put this dog bone, and it has these little castles that goes over top of it and keeps the bushing in place, keeps it from sliding back and forth. That's what keeps it from wearing out, I imagine. It fits over just like that, and he's getting ready to put those in. And they go right into the lower frame. Everything's just the reverse of the way we took it out. It has to index. It's got a slot that it indexes into, and that keeps the ball joint from coming out. The air compressor may come on here. Well, the compressor's kicked off. You can see we've got the main frame bolt and the A-arm in. Or lower control arm, I guess you could call it. We've got the bolts in here, tightened up. And then got the nut on the lower ball joint. What's that light there? Lower ball joint's in. It's the only clean thing on the car. The whole car is covered with mud. But we didn't have to replace the dog bone, so that we can get our money back for that. It's in pretty good shape. This part is. Maybe that'll get rid of the wheel hop till she runs it through another cow pasture. If you guys are interested in seeing us doing any other work, we're going to try to film every project that we do in here in the garage. This is just one that was out of the blue that had to be done immediately because it was causing driving problems. But it was pretty easy to diagnose and pretty easy to figure out. And the parts were easy to source, so they had them in stock at the store. So if you guys like what you see, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and every time we put a new video up, we'll have something new to show, something different. We try to be as varied as we can with our videos. Everybody, for me and Matt here at working with Larry Mullins in our Busted Knuckle Garage, everybody, thanks for watching. I wanted to add this one thing before we go. I just got these license plates in the mail. They're California plates. They're from a popular movie. If any of you guys can figure out which movie it's from, leave a comment. We'd like to hear from you. This is a pretty cool movie. It's kind of a dirty looking license plate, but it was used in the movie, so give us a comment. I want to say again, even though this car is nasty as it could be, stay clean, everybody.